some people tracking wallets that are saying that like the Ethereum foundations behind a lot of the rug pull, like a lot of the rug pulls on Ethereum were manufactured. Like there's a whole thing of Richard Hart has sort of hinted at that there's an there is a, how do I say this? There is a, let me say the correct way to say this because this is a pretty sensitive topic here. There is a industrial rug complex. It's all connected to China, and that's correct. Jacob's correct, 100%. There is projects being created in offices around the world, corporate offices, where they figure out, okay, what's the memes, what's this, what's going to happen, and I would say it's like imagine like a small building. They're in there. There's a couple of them around the world. There's some all over Asia, and they create all these rug pulls. They make it look like there's action, and it's just to slowly extract wealth away from users because this stuff's just getting more and more valuable. Because if they didn't do this, more and more normal people would still have crypto, and then on top of that, it forces some of these people to go back in the market and go buy more crypto. Jack Levin, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, no, my lord. ETH old records, some early, yeah. There's actually an EIP coming out right before right before sharding. There is an old EIP. There's an EIP. I'll find the number eventually, where it basically erases all the old data. So right before this thing becomes corporatized and it goes like full mainstream, they're going to delete all the old stuff, all the fuck shit they did. Look it up. It's real. Absolutely real. Now, Matty Allen says this. Let's go to Matty Allen. Future top crypto market cap rankings: PHEX, EHEX, Pulse Chain, PulseX, Ethereum, Bitcoin, RH stablecoin. You could probably, maybe Pulse Chain, then EHEX, something like that. Yeah. Hey, I'll leave it to a hexagon. It's not EIP 1559. That'll do. This is a different EIP. Different EIP. I'll find it for you guys. But it is alarming, to say the least. Where I was taken back. They're going to delete their history. So, at some point when this thing goes full blower, like look, next year. Shout out to Gary the Numbers Guy. Next year's a dragon year. Next year is a fucking crazy dragon year because this is like a golden dragon. This is like a money dragon. Next year's going to be crazy for the financial system. And it's not lost on me that, the old guard is dying. The old era is dying right now. Harry Kissinger, right? Fucker lives to be 100. Dies. What did he do right before he died? He went to China. He's the guy who originally... So, besides Nixon, this guy was the guy who actually set up all the trade deals. Actually, if you actually look at it, who actually made China rich? That man right there. That's the guy. And it's crazy. Right before he dies, he goes to China. How insane is that shit? Like, I remember when that happened a couple months ago, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? This guy's 99 years old, flying to China, but because he was the one that with Mao and everything like that, like literally, like the whole Chinese brass was like, oh, okay, oh shit, big money man, big money. Came in, talked to him, and I've never seen President Xi like act like that before. He was like not fangirling, but like he was like, oh fuck. Like all of them showed up, they all were like, holy fuck. And I think he laid down China some bad news.
Shit.
I really think so, because guess what happened? China then China just flew to San Francisco. Xi flew to San Francisco to talk to the United States on U.S. soil and was like, please, we don't want war. And he also had the respect because he brokered the original deals with the original Chinese government from Mao. So like they were like, oh, okay, fuck, Mao was talking to this dude in person, shook his hand. So this guy is put it to a different level of, which is, hey, shout out to them, I get it. But I'm going to blow your minds even more. China got on their hands and knees in San Francisco. Now we cleaned it up, which is bullshit. What the fuck? That was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. I'm with you on that. But crazy. Something's about to happen because China got really scared. I think Kushner went down to China and told them what's up. Hey, you guys, it's over. We're cutting you off. A couple months later, Xi flies. With all the tensions going on, Xi ends up flying into U.S. soil to talk to us. So we're like, come here, Xi. Xi, fly over here. And they're like begging them. And we don't need to fight. We don't need to fight, you guys. We don't have to, because the United States is gearing up for war. And what happened in 2020 when we still had President Trump, right? What happened? Trump started the trade war, but even no matter what you want to say, Biden continued it. So what happened is we started taking away we have all our manufacturing base in China. We started rugging it. We moved to India, Indonesia, Mexico, United States, Canada.
Mexico became the biggest partner.
Mexico in the same right just became our biggest trading partner
and took all their work away.
There's some funny ass shit. The average Mexican is 3 times more valuable. I saw some crazy ass statistics and stuff that are saying like the Mexican worker produces more, like it's like 3 times more valuable than the Chinese worker. Damn, and cheaper too, which is insane.
Yeah,
and Vietnam as well.
Too,
yeah,
yep.
But so we're basically decentralized. We're centralizing. We were too decentralized, or we're too global. And what's going on around the world is we're tightening up our manufacturing base because the United States is getting ready for that war. And right now we're having 2 proxy wars. Right now, we're in. Right now we're in whatever the hell's going on in the Middle East there and stuff with all that Palestine and Israel and shit, and then we got Ukraine. Taiwan next, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, Mexico's a new China for the next 20 to 30 years. Population, basically, they have a huge amount of not millennials, but yeah, a huge amount of a cohorts of millennials, and then there's it's starting to be a drop off because they're not breeding enough and stuff. It sounds so fucked to say this, but I'm talking about my own race here, so whatever.
Is what it is.
But basically, their country is going to do very well for the next 20 to 30 years, and then afterwards, the economy is going to start struggling because they don't have as many in the population. They don't have more youth to continue the Ponzi. But for at least for the next while, Mexico's gonna be pretty strong. China, Taiwan stuff's already setting off. I mean, things have been for a long time now and stuff like that. For a long time now, Sounding better, DCC. Hey, thank Gent. Oh, my bad. Sorry, Kyle. But there's a lot of stuff going down with that. And then here's the crazy part. Right before he died, Kushner died. I think it was 3 or 4 days before he died. They were offering Kushner a board seat on OpenAI,
which is all CIA ties.
Which don't mean, of course, but yo. I really think this whole feminism stuff that's going on in the United States is about to change, or change footing, because, bro, they let some bitches in control of ChatGPT and kicked out the main guy out of that company, and Microsoft had to pull no, and put him back in the company.